in the right corner, wearing red trunks, weighing in at 275 pounds, we have Symone Megamouth Sanders. And her opponent in the left corner, wearing blue trunks, weighing in at 110 pounds, Shaun Talcomex King. Okay, guys, this is coming to us from News One, which is clearly a quote unquote black publication at this point. Symone Sanders slams Shaun King after he attacks her for supporting Joe Biden. Shouldn't the endgame be putting Donald Trump, not attack, putting, shouldn't the endgame be putting Donald Trump, not attacking, outing Donald Trump? I think outing Donald Trump is, there's no one to blame either. This was written by the News One staff. So all y'all got together to write this, and y'all still with the, seriously? Seems like the supporters of candidates are having more conflict with each other than the actual candidates. Bernie Sanders supporter Shaun King and Joe Biden senior advisor Symone Sanders drew some political blood on Twitter. Yesterday, Symone Sanders appeared on CNN and the unavoidable topic of the 1994 crime reform bill popped up, along with President Richard Nixon's so-called anti-drug campaign, President Ronald Reagan's Just Say No babble, Rockefeller drug laws, the 1994 crime reform bill contributed to the mass incarceration of black people. President Bill Clinton signed it, Senator Bernie Sanders voted for it, Joe Biden co-wrote it, and Hillary Clinton advocated for it. Man, I'm telling you, like, this, the state of journalism right now is a direct reflection on the state of American education. I'll put it to you like that, because these guys cannot write. They suck. Although this was debated ad nauseum during the 2016 Democratic primary, especially with the resurfacing of the Super Predators clip, Symone Sanders was asked about the crime reform bill on CNN. Sanders had a somewhat wonky response, which got her trending on Twitter. See for yourself. Nah, I'm not going to go through all of that. Shaun King wrote on his Twitter, which was clearly a dig at Symone Sanders, "I am genuinely embarrassed that Joe Biden has black surrogates and spokespeople out here defending the 1994 mass incarceration bill that he refuses to repudiate. It's truly humiliating." Just what? Oh my god, dude, you're white. What are you talking about? It's not humiliating you. Oh my god, and I've gotten into so many different arguments about Shaun King's ethnicity. And I'm just like, you know what? I've seen what I've seen. I saw the certificate. He's Caucasian. He cannot, oh my goodness. And there's so many people that really think he is a descendant. I mean, he's just a mulatto, huh? Oh my god! But don't get it twisted. Symone Sanders isn't any better. Like, the only reason she's working for Joe Biden right now is probably because he offered her more money. Make no mistake. Like, this really is just the worst. This is the bottom of the barrel of, I guess, black commentary. Like, just going at each other because they really have nothing better to do. Let's be real. Trump's already won 2020. There's not much to be said about that. So really all they're doing right now, all this campaigning really is just biding time for the most part. I mean, like, nobody should be taking really either one of these guys seriously. Symone Sanders is like awful. I mean, she's not, I don't think she's a good person at all. And neither is Mr. King. I have far more on Mr. King than I do Symone Sanders, but trust and believe, she's just out for self too. Like, we have these two people claiming to speak for Black America. One is not even black, and the other one, much like Candace Owens, is just a grifter. You know, like, they there for the shine, man. They ain't really trying to fix any problems. They're there for the shine, both of them. Like, you're gonna hear that theme a lot on this channel, because that's the thing that irritates me the most, is all these people that, you know, they found a way to profit from the hurt and the pain of the descendant community, and instead of actually trying to fix it, they just add to it. It's why I've lost so much respect for Jay-Z. It's why I've lost so much respect for a lot of people, because once you take truly, and I mean truly take the blinders off, you realize there are no heroes. They're all basically in it for a paycheck. Sanders clapped all the way back. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when black people write your stuff. Sanders clapped all the way back. 1. What's humiliating is the cape you blindly put on for the senator for Vermont every day. He voted for the bill. Didn't you work for him? 2. No one defended the crime bill. 3. You have my number lest you continue to be petty on the internet. Don't personally attack me, Shaun. I hope now we are clear. Oh my goodness. So it's basically just a cat fight between two women as far as I'm concerned, because Shaun King, that boy got identity issues that's not even. And Symone Sanders, yeah, she fake as hell. Like, I mean, they both fake as hell. And they go on TV and they convince the simple-minded that, oh yeah, I can be a voice for Black America. I'm a surrogate for this campaign. You know what? I like this person, so this person paid me. Like, they should really just be saying, like, honestly, like, all of them should just be saying, well, you know, I mean, Biden offered me more. That's why, because you worked for Senator Sanders. That's the only reason I know who you are, Symone Sanders, is because you worked for Senator Sanders. And now you're, what's the name? And now what's humiliating is the cape you blindly put on for the senator for Vermont every day. He voted for you work. Oh my God. Oh, and that's the thing. They expect us to have real short memories. Okay. That's my problem. I have a long memory. Nah, darling. Like, oh my goodness, this is disgusting. And you know, News One, really, I'm not like, why am I even like? I really shouldn't have this on my channel, but they did cover like this nonsense, because you see these guys go on television all the time when in reality it's just. They're just doing whatever they can for a paycheck. And I don't knock the hustle. What I knock is when you use the history of descendants as a springboard for your own victimization and your own victim mentality. Like, that's my problem. Particularly, you know what? Yeah, particularly when it comes to Symone Sanders, because she's not even a descendant. She's not one of us. I mean, like, you were first or second generation American, if memory serves me correctly. And you're an American, true enough, but you're not a descendant. That is not your history to exploit. Shaun King, you're not a descendant. It's not your history to exploit, okay? So if you so much of a descendant, Shaun King, where's your dad, bruh? By all means, like I would love to see Shaun King do some ancestry. Didn't somebody offer Shaun King money to do Ancestry.com? I'm not sure, but somebody offered Shaun King cash to do Ancestry.com, and he just ain't say nothing. Like, he ain't been on the Young Turks in a minute. I'm pretty sure they let him go because they're bleeding money over there. But seriously, this is just awful. Like, these are some of the worst people, because they sit there, take history that ain't theirs, and then run with it, and like, oh, I'm such a victim because I'm quote unquote Black. When in all reality, and I'm going to say this till the chickens come home, Black is not an ethnicity. Black is not a race. Black is nothing. It's literally nothing. Its definition is the reflection of all, is the absorption of all colors in the reflection of none. So it's literally nothing. But everybody sits there and just like, where's this Black cape? You know, it's so interesting getting into arguments with people because they want to defend somebody they don't even know. Like, I don't defend people. I'm like, I find it hard to defend my neighbor around the way. Like, if the cops came and was like, yo, your neighbor did something, I'm gonna be like, yeah, maybe, shoot. So why would I sit here and defend just random people I don't know because, oh, what, we share, we share a trait? Bruh, like, I wear glasses gang all day, fam. That's who I roll with, B. So, so it's like, you know what I mean? You can share a trait with anybody. That really don't matter. It really doesn't. That individual matters. And if that individual has proper character and they stand up, and then if they're genuine, it's one thing, you know, but these folks are not genuine. Not at all. They like when you their money, their entire life, their entire paycheck requires them to turn like blind eyes to things that really shouldn't be turned to. But they the ones that, hey, they gonna do what Massa tell them to do. Both of them. Shaun King, Symone Sanders, Don Lemon, like freaking the Cuomo's, like who else? Like all these, they just slaves. They slaves to their check and they slaves to whatever Massa tell them to do. Please believe. And it's sad. It really is, because what they do in the meantime is misdirect the American people, or just plant ideas into people's heads that do more to regress than progress. Can you dig it? Because there's a reason that we are completely stagnated when it comes to our art and our culture, as far as Americans go. You know, like the original stuff doesn't get the kind of love that the well established stuff, because it eventually always comes back around to the money. Never forget that. That's the American way, is the cash. And so whenever somebody talking to you, just know there's more than likely a paycheck in it for them. Particularly these types of folks. But yeah, I did want to do this. I wanted to do this video primarily though, because I rarely get an opportunity to talk like Symone Sanders. I'm not going to give a video. Shaun King. I'm not going to give him a video. But both of them together, I don't see why not. And just to explain that, like, really, like, nobody should be listening to these folks at all. Like when someone's paid to talk to you, you should take any and everything they say with a grain of salt. So, with that being said, by all means, all the internet stuff, like it if you like it. Sub if you want to hear my fantastic voice a little bit more. Share if you want to spread word. Like, come on, man. Come on. Ados, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, descendants, where are you at? Fellow descendants. Like, you gotta start calling this nonsense out. And speak. Let me know. I mean, like, if you have a good argument for these guys, and that's the thing, don't just thumbs down my video and be like, oh yeah, and bounce. No. Leave a comment. Let me know what you gotta say. By all means, I'm actually seeking to be educated. So by all means, let me know. And I'm going to look at you and laugh more than likely, because everybody always tells me a bunch of crap I've already heard 1,003 times before, talking about some program or some nonsense like that. Anyways, family, till the next one.